everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Wilson Seahawks going up against Manning's Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. Josh Brown's got us teed up and ready to roll. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Oh, he shifts. And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
So many times during the course of a game, Brandon, the special teams actually helps out their offense. Not in this case. They did them zero favors with that return.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now the fourth-year man for Texas A&M, Christian Michael. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They run again with Michael. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long, all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment. We're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Now it's Wilson. Complete outright to Kurz. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 2nd down, Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to launch this thing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
One thing we know for sure, the Seattle defense is going to get after you. It doesn't matter who the opponent is, but last Sunday against the Jets, All they kept hearing about was the defensive front of the Jets, and they accepted the challenge in a big way. Would they have 4 sacks, 3 interceptions, 1 forced fumble? They wanted to get after them.
And they did indeed help get them to 3-1. They'll send Beckham in motion right. Here's the former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. In motion left is Beckham. They run again with Jennings. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's Jennings. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run, combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Beckham will go in motion right. Jennings. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
In the red zone this time. Into the red zone now. Madden. Cruz has it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Michael Bennett's one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end, but when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You got a problem.
2nd down now after the pass completion. The play clock's running down. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. It's complete to Cruz. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So let's try this again as they come to the line to go for two. They'll try to run now with Jennings. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 51 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. 12 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Seattle 1st down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully. He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Good play here. Third down and goal from the 2. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Christian Michael taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And his kick is right through. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Bobby Rainey now to return it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll begin the drive with Rashad Jennings. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. On 2nd down, here's Manning. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. Throwing is Manning. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They do go for it. It's Manning. Able to find Harris, complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. So Richard Sherman in on the action there, and he was in on the action in Week 4. He had career picks number 27 and 28.
He knows how to accept a challenge, doesn't he? And Brandon Marshall, the Jets, presents a huge challenge. And every time I watch Richard Sherman play, I just think about how he plays his position with such intelligence. No wasted motions, very few false steps, and it paid off big as he helped Seattle to a victory.
Shepard will go in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From midfield, here's Manning. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Then his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. Second down, 9 yards to go. On second down, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
He's got it complete to C.J. Spiller. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And down inside the 15 he goes. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And the offense in a great spot. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Luke Wilson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. And it's up, It's good. Our score, 14-6. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They come out here in the eye. They start the drive with Jennings. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
In motion left is Cruz. To throw, it's Manning. He sets to fire deep, and this will be caught at the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On first down, Manning. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On the carry, Michael. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On the ground, it's Michael. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team, We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They begin the drive with Jennings on the ground. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now it's Jennings. And it pushes way forward to about the 32. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. Manning going to try and throw on third down. He's got Cruz complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
Beckham goes in motion left. This is Jennings. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the big tight end shifting around. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Third down and 4. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the gun on third down, Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Manning indeed going for it on 4th. And he's got his man, Donnell. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Giants are going to get a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Into the red zone now. Manning. Cruz has it over the middle. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Victor Cruz. second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Now receiver in motion left. Manning going to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to take another shot here. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 57 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. First and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Christian Michael with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one taken just inside the 10. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second down, here's Manning. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. And he's got his man, Donnell. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Second down and 4. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. And quickly they get to the line. They'll send Beckham in motion right. And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now Manning, gotta have this one. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Wilson on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 39 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So the first play of the drive, they strike through the air and score it.
A lot of coaches like change of possession as a time to go ahead and strike, and that's what we saw there. Ball turned over, first play, right to the end zone.
And this one through the uprights and good. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Here's Harris to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Caught left side. It's Beckham. Give him 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Giants.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Slot man moves right. And they'll run it here. Room here to run. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the offense has it first and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now Manning. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Jennings on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
With the struggles we're seeing.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's third down. On third and long, it's Manning. Over the middle here to Donnell. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Jennings has it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time. Throw on fourth.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Four down.
Toss play to Jennings. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
It's complete. The tight end, Donnell. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham from 13 yards out. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for two. Eli's going to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On the run, this is Michael. And he stopped immediately. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll run it here with Michael. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And it's 3rd and 5.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing now is Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Wilson wants to throw it. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
They were stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss beat you twice.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon. When you look at it and all of your preparation went into winning this week, now you have to absorb a loss and find a way to shake it off.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.
Call it, Babe Ruth ball it. Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower and I'm a... So sue me, who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies, if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet, no respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck. Like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah, you can hear me now. Turn it up to 11. Blow it up, straight to heaven. Dropping big beats, so they gotta listen. Just a couple of weirdos coming to your city, sending bass into your earlobes like your bleached out hairdos. We glowing in the dark, got the spark, about to flare the fuse. That's just how we do. To Geronimo, parachute, skydiving off your parents' roof. Crew saw the magician's assistant and half like, who the are you? Who the are you? Who the are we? We be the dudes who just come over to water the lawn. We don't say hi, we just come over to walk your dog. We nice like that, we super nice like that. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Anticipation is bouncing for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Manning's Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup lined up here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. A very solid gain of 27. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. They give it off here to the tight end. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And quickly, the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Janoris Jenkins combines excellent coverage ability with supreme confidence in himself. He thinks that no one is going to catch a pass in his area. Calls himself Clamp City.
On second down, here's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They come out here in the eye. And now here's a carry heading left. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. This offense has a lot to account for, but at the top of the defense's list is OBJ.
I'm not sure how you really game plan for him because no matter what you do, he cover himself downfield. And the speed gets it from his mom, a former sprinter at LSU.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And the linebacking core could certainly be crucial today.
They do everything really, really well. Fly to the football, defend the pass, you name it, they do it, as well as set the defensive front.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Caught on the right side by Adams. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them. I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. In motion left is Beckham. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Beckham will go in motion right. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
Well, he's saying I'm on the plus side of 30.
But if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Larry Donnell, the one he was trying to get it to. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And he motions the wide receiver. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So on 4th down, Eli comes off, and on is Josh Brown for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Brown missed it. Off to the left, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's get back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. In motion, right, Baldwin. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So on 4th down, here's the Canadian-born punter, John Ryan, to kick it away for Seattle. Back deep for the Giants, Dwayne Harris. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll send Beckham in motion right. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They come up in an offset eye. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. Larry Donnell the target, and he's got it. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Second down following the run. Manning to throw on second down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's hauled in by Shepard. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Throwing on first down is Manning. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Shepard will go in motion right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Slot man moves right. Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Manning throwing on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants have taken the lead. And they will line up now for the two-point try. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And so they run it in on the two-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for two. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. See if they stay on the ground for second down. A carry here for the big tight end. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On third down, Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jonathan Hankins with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Into a double. And he lost the football. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
And I think as a quarterback, he might have still been reeling a bit from the sack on the last play. He's trying to make up for it here. But this is not a well-thrown ball. And that's an easy interception.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Second down following the incompletion. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to go up top again. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. And New York sent to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So after the INT, it's Manning. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it's first down, New York.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, Manning. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though, such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
So 2nd and 10 here. Manning will try again on 2nd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Manning now on first down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Manning again. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Manning. It's caught. Shepard. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He's got time. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled, and while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Now Spiller. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They'll run for it with Spiller. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Donnell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got some space here. Rashad Jennings, he's all alone. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. On the run, Darkwa. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Orleans Darkwa punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. So they're going to go for 2. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in to make it 16-0. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do, because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On the ground with a tight end. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now Wilson on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On third down, Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They come up in an offset eye. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth down, the numbers. There he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Eli's going to throw. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Muscles him off. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. They come up in an offset eye. Now Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experience.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. From the red zone, Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Doug Baldwin high in the air to bring it in. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. The Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now Wilson on second down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on third down. They come up in an offset eye. On third down, Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Fourth down, here's Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 23 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They're going to run this with a tight end. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on this.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Going with their tight end on 4th. A gain of 4 on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
This is where you need to rely on your offensive line, and you tell the person carrying the football, no dilly-dallying around, no trying to hit the home run. Just hit the hole hard and get in there for a 1st down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They come up in an offset eye. Now Wilson on first down. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all. They actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Madden. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now it's Lockett. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told her, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 62 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Manning to throw on second down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's brought down after a good gain.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here in the eye. On first down, Manning. His throw caught at about the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Shift together here from the D-line. Halfback sent in motion. Go with a tight end carry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone. But it winds up getting him a few yards.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. Third and goal from the 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Rashad Jennings taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. And they will line up now for the two-point try. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. The tight end changing his position. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
but it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They get 39 yards out of that one, and it's good enough for a Seattle first. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson finding time. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. To throw is Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They come out here in the eye. The slot man in motion right. Manning looking to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll make it a 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And Brandon, is really no surprise to see them running the ball here. They've got the lead. There's not much time left. They just want to keep the clock moving and seal the win.
Manning now on 1st down. Over the middle here to Donnell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll give the Giants a first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they'll go on the ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. And the slot man goes in motion left. Manning going to throw here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
wanna sip on private planes. I wanna scream